Well, folks, let me introduce you to Mr. Christian Sky Walker as the Astros win their first two-game win streak. They have consecutive wins for the first time this season. Let's get going right now.
Yainel Diaz, this is Locked On Astros.
Hello and welcome to Locked On Astros, your daily Astros podcast. Here are your hosts, Eric the Man Huysman and Brett Htown Wheelhouse Chancey.
Hey everybody, welcome into another edition of Locked On Astros. I am your man, Htown Wheelhouse. Thank y'all for this special Saturday night edition. What a show. Look, I don't know if I've ever been this happy getting back to 500 as I am in 2025. There are a lot of things for us to look at, and we will try to hit every point, every data point we need to before we exit the show tonight. I'm just so thankful that you guys and gals are here. I want to say happy Easter to y'all. And this episode is actually being brought to you by Upwork. Upwork is here for you. Go to Upwork.com right now and post your job for free at Upwork. That's UPWORK.com. That's Upwork.com to connect with top talent and grow your business today. Look, growing your business. What about Christian Sky Walker? That's right. Christian Walker, the man of the hour. This is the guy that we signed. This is the first baseman we brought in to take over for an abysmal showing from Jose Abreu, who I shouldn't even mention, but look at this. The Astros have won 2 in a row, beating the Padres, going to 500. Christian Walker hit his home run to tie the game in the 6th, and the bullpen was scoreless. Hader gets his 6th save. Christian Sky Walker is the man. And we're going to talk about Hayden Wesneski here in a second, because Hayden Wesneski, despite being bit by the solo home run ball, he's still been very successful. The Houston Astros go out and they take care of business. They went up against Michael King, who is 3-0 this year. And, of course, Taylor Scott got the win tonight. You didn't get the win, unfortunately, for Hayden Wesneski. But let's look at his line before, and then we'll go into Christian Walker. 5 innings pitched, 6 hits, 2 earned runs, 1 walk, 4 Ks, 1 solo shot. Not a bad outing. He's still under a 4 ERA. Check this little tidbit about Hayden before the game. Of the 68 batters he's faced this year, Hayden Wesneski has only 10 hits, 3 walks, and 1 hit by pitch. That's crazy. I mean, he's done a good job. Now, a lot of those hits have been home runs. They've been solo shots. But, hey, 6 solo shots, he's still on top of the game. He's still ahead of the game. But wasn't this a nice game? Wasn't this a nice way for the Houston Astros to win? Christian Walker doing it with bat and with glove. And that's what we really want to focus on. Also, we'll talk about how the Padres have stubbed their toes in Houston. The Astros also taking on Michael King, a top-flight pitcher, and we'll talk about Sunday's matchup. But Christian Walker, the Gold Glove first baseman, not only did he connect for the home run, but he made an amazing grab at the end of the game that had he not caught that, things might have ended up a little bit different because this game was close. The Padres weren't going to surrender much. The Astros didn't look like they were scoring much, but once we got Mr. Michael King out of the game, we could rest easy. He did give up the 2 runs. He did give up the tying home run. He did go 5 2/3 innings, but that meant he had to leave. And then that extra run came in handy, came in need, where Cam Smith singled. Isaac Paredes singled, and then you had when Isaac Paredes singled, Victor Caratini scored, who was on base, and Cam Smith the third. They didn't get more. You wanted a little more in that 7th inning there, but they didn't need it because they would come in, they would get the outs, and Josh Hader would get his 6th save. Taylor Scott got the win today. 2 innings pitched, 1 K. Brian Abreu, 2 innings pitched, 1 walk, 1 K. Hader, 6 save. 1 inning pitched, 1 hit, no Ks. But I like the blanks. I like the zeros in the run column for the bullpen. And Josh Hader, an ERA of .82, looking for reliever of the year. Brian Abreu with another hold, 2.79. Taylor Scott bringing down that ERA, pitched 2 innings. Now, is there anybody here that was nervous about that, about him pitching 2 innings? Oh, no, it's Taylor Scott. But you know what? We got to give him his flowers tonight. That's right, Linda. We definitely got to give him his flowers tonight. He did an excellent job. But Christian Walker, this Gold Glove player, is really looking more and more comfortable. And you have to love that. You have to love what he's done lately versus what he had done coming into the season. He was only 1 for 4, but the 2 runs, his OPS is now 539. So get this, we now have 3 players that are in the 700s for OPS. Isaac Paredes with the multi-hit game today. Cam Smith with another hit today. Cam Smith with a 740 OPS. Altuve was 0 for 4 with 2 strikeouts, but he has a 760 OPS. Then Isaac Paredes also has a 725 OPS. You love to see that. But here are some interesting numbers I want to share with y'all. Something that I find that I want to change. Jose Altuve is hitting 321. The rest of the team, 209. That's right. Now, if you go back to the beginning of baseball, 327 opening day, from 327 to April 1st, the Astros were striking out 24.1% of the time. Okay, why do I mention that? Well, it's important because I went and looked at the numbers. From 4.2 to 4.19, it's still not great, but it dropped. And whether it's 3% or 4% or 10%, it dropped to 21.4%. So look at that difference. 24.1%, almost 25% K rate, down to 21.4%. That's a good sign, okay? Like Cam Smith said, I feel like me again. The Astros feel like them again. Now, are we him? Are we them? What are we? And right now, the Houston Astros are exactly what they have been coming into the season. They are a 500 club currently. But in the American League West, that is not a bad thing. And yes, I'll talk about the last out here in a second, how poetic that was. But look, Space City Texan says LFG. We know what that means. Hayden has been 4 for 4 this season. Yeah, I mean, look, we haven't gone down when he's on the mound. He hasn't gotten all the wins, but he's doing just enough to bring the boys the victory, whether he gets a W in the column or not. I'm happy the curse is broken. I don't know if there was an actual curse, but yes, whatever floats your boat, man, whatever gets you going. And you know what, man? Before we go to our first break, dude, let's just get pumped up for Game 3. Let's just talk about it. We're built for this, baby.
The stars are shifting, but the foundation we've built is rooted in defining the standard. Success doesn't come without trials, calluses from the consistency. Our fans, they expect greatness. We demand it. The pressure doesn't break us, it sharpens us. For every early workout, every extra inning, for all 162. Reaching the pinnacle isn't luck, it's persistence through the storm. We know who we are and what we're after. You can try to shutter the Stros, but the window is always open. are built for this.
Wow. If that doesn't get you pumped up, that's the reason why I played that. And I had in my mind to play that midway through the show because this ball club is not going anywhere. Yes, we see former players doing great things on other teams. We can't worry about that. That's not our concern. What our concern is right field Cam Smith, Jose Altuve, where he's playing left, second, or DH, Isaac Paredes. Jeremy Pena. His numbers, his trajectory numbers, his BABIP, his WOBA, his expected numbers, they're very close to where he was in 2022. And so the Houston Astros are simply getting it done. And now, listen, if you want to get things done the right way and you have a company that you need to hire some people, I've got to tell you real quick about our friends at Upwork. What's up, everybody? It's Htown Wheelhouse here. I want to tell you about our great sponsors. With scaling your business requires the right expertise at the right time. Upwork. With Upwork, you can find specialized freelancers in marketing, development, design, and more with experts ready to help your business get to the next level. Whether it's IT, AI, web development, or marketing, whether you need an extra hand for a project, long-term partner, Upwork makes hiring simple and affordable. If you need help making a marketing campaign, Upwork can connect you with a freelance expert. Job posting is free and simple within a day with multiple qualified candidates to choose from. Instead of hiring full-time, Upwork helps find affordable top-tier freelancers to scale your business efficiently. So visit Upwork.com right now and post your job for free. That's Upwork, UPWORK.com. That's Upwork.com to connect with top talent. Grow your business today. Man, I love this game tonight. I was watching the game at work, and I don't know if y'all saw it, but I was working my other job, as I call it right now, and I was working at Lids in our local mall, and a family came in, a father and his daughters from San Diego. And the reason why I mentioned this is because we're playing the Padres. And I was like, hey, what's going on? And they're like, are you Htown Wheelhouse? And I was like, yes, I am. And they were like, oh my God, we watch you guys every single day. And I was like, really? It's like, are y'all from here? They're like, no, we're from San Diego. I'm like, oh, wow. So the dad told me their whole story about how they're all from Houston. They moved out there. He raised his daughters to be Astros fans. I loved it. They said they watched us every day. I thought it was cool. I took a picture. I put the picture on the post on our YouTube channel. Go ahead and like and comment there. Give them some love. Thank y'all so much for saying hi. And anytime y'all see us, look, I'll be at the game tomorrow night. My son, a couple of his friends will be out there. So if you see me at the game, come say hi. We'll be watching the Rockets on Fubo on the phone for sure. Because go Rockets. Let's go. We are playoff ready here in Htown. And that's going to get my playoff juices flowing. Because the Astros, I believe, are going to win the West. The Astros, I believe, are going to do well, and these are tests. I know it's early season. I know it's not even June, Brett. It's not even July, Brett. We're not even in the heat of any divisional race. I don't care. This is the hottest team in baseball, and we have cooled their jets. That's why I said Padres stubbed their toes in Houston. Now, I don't think the Padres came in taking the Astros lightly. The worst thing you want to do is take a team lightly who's not doing anything of worth, because that is the team that is most likely to beat you at your game when you're at your best. You are now the hunted. The Astros have been in that spot. Now they are the hunters. So when you're the hunters and the deer and your opponent's in the crosshairs, what are you going to do? Are you going to go after them? Are you going to fight? Or are you going to just curl up into a ball and be a feeble opponent like you've been all season? No, what are you going to do? You are going to simply come in and do the job. Somebody said, what about Rodgers? Tell me what about Rodgers. I don't know. You're saying, what about Rodgers? Give me a little bit more context with your question. What do you mean? What? Okay, y'all are asking me, what Htown? Oh, you're talking about the game, Mom. You're coming to the game May 24th. Oh, let me remind y'all. Guys, we've got tickets that are still left, and y'all need to sign up. Don't make me come out there and force you to sign up. Be like, look, hey, look at me right here, you and me. Check this out. Okay, look. I have 40 plus tickets. $45 is the price. 310 game, 5, 24, 25. Yordan Alvarez cycle bobblehead. You've got to get your tickets. Come hang out with us. Not only will you get a bobblehead if you get there early enough. Now we can't ensure you get one, but I have, look at this. I have a whole slew of prizes to give away. Look at this. World Series rings. Yordan Alvarez bobblehead. Jeremy Pena Carlos Correa bobblehead. Let's see what else. Oh, look at this. Yordan Alvarez Rookie of the Year bobblehead. Let's see what else. Look at this. A Yuli bobblehead. I know we got some La Pena fans. Jeremy Pena, look at that with the swagger, with the shaking the hips. And then another Yordan Alvarez. If you have one of the back-to-back, I've got the other one for Yordan. So these are things we're giving away, folks. We're giving these things away. Let's get some props going here. Let's just go off the charts tonight, boys. Who cares? Who cares about decorum around here? This is Locked On Astros. We don't do things like everybody else. We are built for this, right? So check it out. These are things you can win if you come to the game with us. All right? If you come to the game and you buy your tickets, again, here, go to the post. There is a link. Click on the link. $45. We are not charging any extra. I am not making any money off of this. Erica's not making any money off of this. By the way, we bought our 2 tickets. I bought mine. I bought one for me. I got one for Mama Wheelhouse. So if you want to meet Mama Wheelhouse, she's going to be in the house. And we paid for our tickets. So we didn't get ours for free. We're paying just like y'all. You know why? Because you're one of us and we're one of you. And that's what makes this show amazing. When we're there, I'll have some stickers to give away. I need to order some more Locked On stickers. But that code and that link is going to go away probably around May 12th, May 15th. So you got to get your tickets. I had to make sure that you guys know about that. All right. So, yes, Martin Maldonado, Yuli Gurriel, they were on this team. Yuli was not going to do a Yuli walk-off home run would be cool. No, that would not have been cool. I'm sorry. Zero Dude 281. No, I do not revel in Yuli's success or Martin's success if they're playing the Astros. Okay. I cheer for the Astros and whoever's playing the other team. Okay. Which is us. So no, we don't want that. And yes, we do. We want to get greedy. We want to sweep. Do you have Carlos Sanabria? What is that? Should I know what this is? Help me out, folks. All right. While we try to figure out what that is, because I'm not sure. Maybe I'm just not. Maybe my noggin's not on right. Here's an update. Forrest Whitley, was lifted from the IL, which was yesterday. Nick Hernandez was optioned to AAA Sugarland. He was really kind of a non-factor. And other Forrest Whitley news. A lifelong fan of Tim Lincecum changed his uniform number to 55 to be the same number as Tim Lincecum. So that is interesting. Let's see if we can go. Brett, where will you be at the Astros game tomorrow? Oh, okay. What's up, man? Oh, it's a Wheelhouse fan wants to say hi. What's up, brother? Okay, so I've got tickets in 2 different sections. It depends on where I sit and depends on where my son's friends sit. I will either be in, let's see, let me pull up the old ballpark app here. I will be in section, I'll be in section 154 in the bullpen boxes or in 217. 217 or 154. 217 is club level. 154 is bullpen. And this is what we'll do. Okay. Let's say 5th inning, beginning of the 5th inning. Okay. When the visiting team, when the Padres are to bat, I will go to the St. Arnold's Brewery out in left field behind the Crawford boxes. And if y'all want to meet up there, we can meet up there. Okay. Oh, iElbow is a Tim Lincecum fan. There you go. Darlene Rodriguez. Hey there. What's up? You're new here. How can you? Oh, the tickets. Okay. So the tickets are on the YouTube channel, but you know what I can do while we're here? I think I can make quick work of this. See, look, guys, I'm just built different. Okay. I just know how to make things work for the fans. I'm here for you, the people. I'm the people's champ. Let's see. I'm going to grab this. I'm going to grab the code. I'm doing this live on air. Who else does this? And boom, there is the link. There you go, Darlene. Check it out right there, right under Christopher Solis's. And boom, here it is. That is the link to go to. You can check that out. Oh, a Cam Slam. That would be great. Let's get a Cam Slam. Cam Smith has been awesome this series. Maybe Kyle Tucker 2.0. Let's call the Jets on the Kyle Tucker 2.0. But that would be awesome if he could do that. But all three players, Jay Roberts says, from the Tucker trade, have positive games tonight. I love it. And Jay, how about that catch? How about that catch by Christian Walker in late innings? I mean, what else can you ask for a guy to do when he not only helps you with the bat, but he helps you with the glove? That's phenomenal. And you know what? We have guys like Christian Walker. We have guys like Jeremy Payne. We have gold glovers. But my question to you is, who do you use for your HVAC, your electrical, and your plumbing needs? Well, if you're not sure, I've got the people that can do it for you the right way. Hey there, everybody. It's Htown Wheelhouse here, and I want to tell you about SupplyHouse.com. Supply House is an amazing place. Look, use the code SH5 for 5% off your first order for all your plumbing, HVAC, and electrical product needs. Why would you go there? Well, let me tell you, over 200,000 parts from 400 plus brands. You'll find exactly what you need, delivered fast from coast to coast. Need help with an order? Supply House offers expert support and industry-leading service, so you'll always get a real person to talk to. Now, let me tell you why that's important, because my father growing up was a master and still is a master electrician. Actually, he took time out after the Easter egg hunt to go do a little quote-unquote job inspection to see if there's a job he wanted to take. And when he orders parts now, he goes to SupplyHouse.com. He loves talking to a real person or someone who knows who to talk to. And right now, trade pros looking for that extra edge can get the free Trade Master program, which offers exclusive perks like dedicated phone line, free shipping, and discounts on every order. Thousands of skilled professionals are already taking advantage. Now it's your turn. So join the Trade Master program today at supplyhouse.com/TM and start ordering plumbing, HVAC, and electrical supplies with just a few clicks. Plus, use promo code SH5 for 5% off your first order. That's SupplyHouse.com. Go there today. All right, now I hope that link worked. Let me know. HVAC Wheelhouse paying the bills. That's right, man. That's right. So, Wheelhouse fan, I said earlier where I'm going to be. We're going to meet up in the fifth inning, the beginning of the fifth inning, left field, St. Arnold's Brewery. That's where I will be. Okay. Look, Ryan, you're right. This dude hits 25 home runs a year for the last 6 or 7 years. Well, I think it's been 3 years in a row he's hit 30 plus home runs. Christian Walker will be fine. He has been very unlucky. When you look at his numbers, when you look at Jeremy Pena's numbers, he's also been unlucky. These guys will come out of their shells. They will do what they need to do. And look, talking about doing what they need to do, Hayden Wesneski did just enough. He limited the damage. You gave up the solo shot to Fernando Tatis, which is fine with me. Solo shots don't bug me. Justin Verlander gave up solo shots. Now, I'm not saying that Wesneski is Verlander or Verlander is Wesneski, but solo shots don't kill the team. Now, if you're not scoring runs, it can kill you. And tonight, you just needed 3. Let's think about this win, not last night's win. The Cam Smith's 2 homers. Let's think about tonight's win. 2-0. The Astros offense is doing nothing. 2-0 pods. Michael King on the mound, 3-0. Pitching his arse off on the mound this year, 2025, looking like a top Cy Young candidate. Boom. You tie the game with a 2-run shot. Knock him out of the game. You come back, you tack on another run. You probably should have scored 4 or 5 runs. You should have been 5-2 at that point, but you weren't. You had 3. You got the lead. You knocked out their main guy. You got the lead, and you held the big guys down. You held down Fernando Tatis Jr., who is basically carrying this offense. This Padres offense, who up until now, coming into this weekend, they were 13-1 in their last 14 games. In their last 2 games, they're 0-2. The Houston Astros have won 2 games in a row, and they did it because they're pitching. They did it because they're hitting, and they did it because they're, say it with me, defense. Their defense, it is exactly how things are supposed to go. And so I absolutely love it. Now, I would have loved for Alvarez or Pena or Diaz or someone else to smash a home run and this be a 3 or 4 or 5 home run game, but it didn't need to be. It didn't need to be. It just needed to be enough. And whether you win 3-2 or 13-12 like the Cubs did the other day, it doesn't matter. A win is a win is a win is a win. Period. End of story. Now, look, Seattle won today in Toronto. They won in extra innings. I think Texas walked it off against the Dodgers. I was really needing the Dodgers to sweep the Rangers, but that's okay. I mean, look, no one is handing out playoff ribbons or buttons or passes this early in the season. So right now, here are your standings updated. Texas Rangers 13-8 have won 1 game. They are 5-5 in their last 10. The Angels are 4-6 in their last 10. They are 10-9. They are 2 games out of first. The Mariners are 11-10. They're 7-3, probably playing the best ball right now of all the AOS teams, and they are also tied with the Angels. They're just 2 percentage points under, or 2/100ths of a percentage point under. And then the Houston Astros are 10-10 at 500 with 2.5 games. So we're only a half game behind Seattle and the Angels. And then the Oakland Athletics are where they should be in last place, 3 games behind, 10-11. Our run differential is -1 run. We've scored 75 runs. We've only given up 76. I mean, look, you keep getting hotter and hotter and you start scoring 4 and 5 runs a game, you're going to flip that. You're going to have a positive run differential, and I absolutely love to see that. When Yordan just strikes out looking, look, here's the thing. Matt, okay. Matt's got issues. That's your name. I didn't say it. You did. Okay. So let me help you understand Yordan Alvarez, and let me help you understand how and why he doesn't get mad. And it's because of my experience with interviewing him 2 years ago on a rehab assignment, maybe a year and a half ago, 2 years ago at Sugarland. This man basically came to the press conference, and we just asked him, how do you do it? How do you go up there especially when you're trying to get back from being injured, when you're trying to come back, what do you do? And he said, my approach is always the same. I never change my approach. It's that pitch, which is the most important, not the next one, not the last one. And I never change my approach. Yordan's not a mean guy. Yordan's not an angry guy. Now, I'm sure he can get angry. But when I tell you, I've interviewed Justin Verlander. I've interviewed Yainer Diaz. I've interviewed Lance McCullers, Johnny Bench, Craig Biggio, Jeff Bagwell. I've interviewed a ton of people. When I say that when Yordan Alvarez is in the same room with you, you feel like you should be there. He brings a calming presence. His aura, to quote the kids, is second to none. The dude is a steaming pile of, oh man, it's relaxing. Have y'all seen the movie Big Hero 6 that came out a couple years ago, where you had Baymax? He was a real soft, cuddly robot. He was supposed to be like the healthcare robot. And you know how like Hero, his who he was made for in the movie. He was kind of comforting, right? I'm not making this up. Yordan kind of brings that vibe, man. Like, I thought I would be intimidated. Now, when I was in the press conference with Justin Verlander, I didn't feel like I'd belong there. Like, I was like, he's Justin Verlander. I mean, Kate Upton was just sitting next to him on the couch outside the room where we interviewed him. And dude, I was like, we're not worthy. We're not worthy. I was like, why am I asking this guy a question? Who am I? I mean, it was this intimidating presence that Justin Verlander brought in the room. And he wasn't rude. He wasn't disrespectful. He wasn't dismissive. It just, he had a different aura about him. Yordan Alvarez is not that guy. Yordan Alvarez is a calm, quiet giant that when that storm gets brewing, I promise you that the league knows. The league's been put on notice, and the league knows, and they're not taking Yordan lightly. I promise you there are game plans with Yordan Alvarez squarely as the focus. We got to keep this guy back. All right, so before we have to go, let's get to the preview for tomorrow. Dylan Cease, 1-1 with a 6.64 ERA, 24 strikeouts this year. Framber Valdez, a 1-2 record with a 4.91 ERA, 24 Ks. Now, I would say that both of these guys are probably not pitching to the best of their ability, but when you have Dylan Cease and Framber Valdez, you have a old school backyard brawl pitchers duel. This is what you come to the yard to play. This is the national televised ESPN game. Now, ESPN is parting ways with MLB, and they've done some stuff they don't like or whatever at ESPN. So MLB and them are parting ways, but it'll be on national TV on ESPN. And y'all may not like the broadcast people, but look, I'll be there. Y'all need to watch. Y'all need to support these boys, okay? Oh, David, here we go. David said Yordan pisses me off. David, just be glad that you have Yordan, because everybody I talk to is afraid of him. Everybody I talk to wishes they had Yordan. So you can have Yordan making you mad, but I promise you, Yordan will be fine. But this pitching matchup tomorrow will be a pitcher's duel. The Astros have to find the chinks in the armor. Dylan Cease hasn't been hit-proof. Dylan Cease has not been great. He hasn't been horrible, but he hasn't been great. A 6.64 ERA. So let's go out there and let's take it to him. All right. Hey, thank you all of course, David's a party pooper. That's his role. But David has the ability to be positive. Say it with me, David. Always positive, always Stros. Everybody say it. Always positive, always Stros. There you go. Yeah, you guys rock. Thank y'all so much for tuning in to Locked On Astros. I love you guys. Nothing but the best for myself, for Eric Huysman, for everybody. Listen, I want y'all to have a happy Easter tomorrow. It is Resurrection Weekend, and we know this is a religious holiday across the globe. So be thankful. Go worship with the ones that you worship. Go celebrate family. Have a fun time. Just be thankful for your blessings. Hug someone tomorrow. Tell them you love them. And let them know about Locked On Astros. Hey, after the Easter egg hunt, you want to go watch Locked On Astros? It's going to be on tonight. Eric and Brett will be back together. So y'all have a good one. Thank y'all so much for tuning in. I'm Htown Wheelhouse. For all of us here at Locked On Astros, remember, we are your team every single day. Nobody covers this team like we do. I'm out. Y'all guys are the best. Happy Easter, everyone. Go find that golden egg.